Hello everyone, and we have an announcement to start this episode of NASCAR 5 Career Mode. Stewart-Haas Racing has announced that Kevin Harvick has informed them that he will be retiring at the end of the 2023 season, and to replace Kevin Harvick, Stewart-Haas Racing has signed Josh Berry to drive the number 4 car full-time on a multi-year contract starting in 2024 for Stewart-Haas Racing. So that is the big news to start off this episode for next season. Josh Berry will be replacing the retiring Kevin Harvick, who already has 3 wins this season and is at the very top of the playoff standings. And now we get ready to head in to the race. And now we begin this episode at the Bristol Motor Speedway for the 8th race of our NASCAR Heat 5 2023 mod career mode here at Bristol, where we hope to get back on this top 10 streak that we were on. That ended, of course, last episode with a disappointing 14th place to Texas after that chaotic rivalry with Harrison Burton that caused a lot of the problems in that race. So it's going to be Food City 500 at Bristol. Ryan Blaney's car is really fast today for the stories of the race. Austin Hill crashed during qualifying. He'll start the rear of the field. And Kevin Harvick will be your pole winner, who we just saw has announced his retirement at the end of this season. Will be on pole looking for win number 4 on the season and the second time going back-to-back. And we're in the market basket machine here, starting all the way back in 21st to begin this race. We got our work cut out for us here at Bristol if we want to drive up to the front of the field from 21st alongside Denny Hamlin, but I believe we can do it already into turn 1 and 2. We were going in there trying to pass Ross Chastain, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Huge check up behind Stenhouse. That cost us. That was a mistake on my part that allows the 11 of Hamlin to get back around us on our outside. Now we sailed off deep here into 3 and 4 to get around Ross Chastain by Priest. Already into the top 20, making some quick moves, quick work through the field here at Bristol to begin this race. Underneath Todd Gilligan, give Ricky Stenhouse Jr. a huge shot here into 1-2. He gets loose, he hangs on to it. We try to fight for 18th. Ryan Priest comes flying by us on the outside lane with an aggressive move. Now we go by Priest again to Stenhouse, get around him. Now the 3 of Austin Dillon in front of us for 16th. We try to keep pushing forwards, making progress here, trying to gain some positions. We go way up the racetrack, almost into the fence, racing Austin Dillon hard for position. Contact made between myself and 3. He slides to the corner, he saves it. We continue on now underneath the 23 of Bubba Wallace. We move into the 15th position, get physical, move him out of the way. Just like that, we're up in the top 15. 6 spots gained early in this run. Now 27 to go in stage 1. We're trying to clear the 3 of Austin Dillon and get up to the 14 of Chase Briscoe. His SHR car had some pretty solid qualifying efforts. You know, got Briscoe, Priest, Harvick all here in the top 20 right now. Of course, Harvick leading on pole, but now we try to work our way around Chase Briscoe for 14th in turn 1-2. We get to his outside here at Bristol, get a nice move on the outside lane. He sticks it low, clears us, but we once again are going to try the high line here into 3 and 4. It's going to work this time. We have some good momentum. We're going to power down around the outside of Briscoe. We're going to get to the back of Joey Logano, almost make some contact heading to 1 and 2. Now 25 to go in the opening stage. We get to this side of Chase Elliott, sending a little bit too aggressive in the corner. We move Chase Elliott out of the way, and we're into 12 just like that. Now trying to get around the outside of the 5 of Kyle Larson for 11th. All these Hendrick boys together, Larson, Elliott, and Bowman. Now we're looking to cross over the 48. Can't quite do it, but we hold off Larson for 11th here into 1 and 2. Give Bowman a shot up the racetrack, drive by him here, and get up into the 10th position. Already up in the top 10 here at Bristol. Already making a charge up 11 spots at the beginning of this race, sailing it by the 48, sending it by him, clearing him for P10, and now moving on to chase down Eric Almirola, who runs in 9th. And we get by him, and now 17 laps to go in stage 1. We are chasing down 17 of Chris Buescher for 8th, and Michael McDowell up ahead for 7th. They're having some good runs for those Fords, Front Row Motorsports, RFK Racing. And look who it is, our good buddy Harrison Burton. Once again, we have found each other. This time I'm just like, you're done. I just get into the back of him, get him loose, and just like that behind us, there he goes. Around goes Harrison Burton. We sent him, and he's wrecking big behind us. And you see here Austin Hill in the 62 machine. He's running in last place. He's going to run into Harrison Burton, who's wrecked in the middle of the racetrack there. Got Chase Briscoe's involved, Timmy Hill. A big pile up because I was just like, nah, bro. I'm not dealing. But no caution, by the way. No cautions called for me just junking Harrison Burton, saying, see you later. I ain't dealing with him today. And now we're going underneath Chris Buescher for the 8th position here into turn 1 and 2. We're going to force our way down beneath him, make that pass, make a little bit of contact with J.J. Yaley, but into P8. Now chasing down the 34 of Michael McDowell. He's having a very solid run right now. We get way to his outside. Now go by Noah Gregson. So Gregson's a lap car, so we're into 7th. Now trying to get lap SVG, which we will peek to the inside. You have a huge shot here to the back of the 4 of Harvick. He's going to get loose. He's going to hang on to it, but big damage. He slides right in front of us and turns down the backstretch. He saves it. Down to 3 and 4. We force our way underneath the 4 here to try to make the pass. Get in the back of the 27 of Loris Hesmans. And now we're 3 wide with Harvick and Hesmans into 1 and 2. We make the pass. Go by Harvick and Hesmans and the lap car Chandler Smith. And just like that, we're up into 6th place now. As obviously Harvick was a pole star. He's falling back. Tyler Reddick is now leading, but you got a whole gaggle of lap traffic your leaders are trying to work through, which is helping me tremendously, as that's caught me right back up to this battle for the front, as now we lap our teammate of Corey LaJoy for the first time this season. We actually lap our teammate. Get LaJoy lap down against the bumper of the 31 of Justin Haley. Give him a little shot there. Shoot him up ahead of us. Now we go to the outside of Haley to make this pass. Now working on Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney. 3 wide pass. We're making it work here through the middle. Now 11 laps to go in stage 1 to the back of the 45 of Tyler Reddick and Joyce. Getting aggressive using the bumper bound for the lead. Give the bumper to the lap car of Eric Jones. All kinds of contact. Crazy racing for the lead right now. It's between Reddick and Keselowski. I'm up wall riding right now trying to make it work. Pulling the Hail Melon. We give Reddick a shove. Get Reddick clear for the race lead on the outside. We're going to drive by Brad Keselowski on the outside lane here as well. Some contact though. He stuck us in the fence now, almost hitting him hard here. Out of 2, he forces us up the racetrack. Myself and Keselowski making some big contact, fighting for second, but we take the position and get around Allmendinger. Now on the outside, Daniel Suarez. We are absolutely just carving through lap traffic like butter right now. 9 to go in stage 1, and give a bumper to the 38 of Todd Gilliland right there. Try to go underneath him to put him 1 lap down to try to stay within range of the 45 of Tyler Reddick. I can see the lead in that stage win. It's right there in front of us. I'm going to go chase it down. We're trying to get the playoff points to be our 4th stage win of the season and be our 9th playoff point to our total. Now we wanted to 5 to go in stage 1. We have caught back to the bumper of the 45 of Reddick. Go to his outside. We finally made the move for the race lead on the outside of Reddick. Oh, he bounces off the wall. Big contact between both of us. But into 3 and 4, we're going to clear Tyler Reddick and take the lead for the first time today in Bristol. Now we're going to go to the inside, the 84 of Jimmy Johnson, the 66 of Timmy Hill. Put them laps down. That was a 4 to go in stage 1. Now we come out of the final corner here. We are going to win stage 1 at Bristol and get our 4th career stage win and 4th stage win of the season. A great start to this race. Tyler Reddick comes home second, and Bell, Keselowski, Truex, Blaney, McDowell, Almirola, Busher, and Kevin Harvick, the top 10 in the stage. So we bring home the playoff point and the stage win. You'll love to see it. Here at Bristol, a great start to this race, which I definitely have expectations to do very well here at Bristol. Now 28 laps to go in stage 2. We restart in 3rd behind the 20 of Bell and the 6 of Keselowski. We try to find a way by these RFK cars. They are fast, as well as a 20 machine Christopher Bell. We send it here through 3 and 4 to the inside of Brad Keselowski for second. An aggressive move. We don't quite make it work. Keselowski powers back down on the outside as this battle is going to rage on into 1 and 2. Myself, Brad Keselowski, both of us sending it deep at different parts of the corners, trying to clear each other. None successful so far. Keselowski, though, he clears me really good through the straightaways, but we send it in the corners, get right alongside this 6, and now try to clear him on exit. A force slide up and cannot slide up. Keselowski once again on the outside lane, continues to be hard racing for second. We try to clear him here, fit between him and the 20, which we will bear narrowly fit into that outside line. Clear Brad Keselowski for second place, and now chase down the 20 of Christopher Bell for the lead here at Bristol. It was a tough battle, but we will maintain second as Bell pulls away with 25 to go in stage 2. Now later in the race, we've caught the 20 of Christopher Bell while Tyler Reddick is pressuring us big time here. We go the outside of Bell, and we'll take the lead here with 17 to go in stage 2, and we'll get by the lap traffic of Chandler Smith and Timmy Hill with rapid pace and continue leading the way. Now on to 3 laps to go in stage 2. Trouble up ahead. That is Priest and Justin Haley. Big contact. Myself, Timmy Hill, Justin Haley. Big damage, and the caution will come out ending stage 2. So we will win the stage and sweep the stages, but damage, heavy damage to our front end is going to cost us on this restart. So it's myself, Reddick, Bell, and Bowman who are the top 4 in the stage, but a crash for Ryan Priest, who was running so well, blows a tire, crashes out, and severely damages myself as he hit Justin Haley right in front of me as I was just lapping cars, and boom, involved in that accident. 64 to go. That's the length of this final stage of racing. We are already working our way to try to get back up into second after restarting in 3rd here. So we're once again looking on the inside of the 48 of Bowman, 4th position here. Looking for second this time. We send it by him, take the position now, move into P2, and now try to get back to the bumper of the 20 of Christopher Bell to get back in the race lead here. 63 to go. We're going to send it low here through 1 and 2. Get right underneath the 20 of Bell. Now coming out of the 2, he slides, almost contact made. He hangs on to it. Now through 3 and 4, we send it deep once again, trying to get underneath Christopher Bell. Really aggressive here on the throttle through the corner. A little bit of contact. I mean, the mere smidgen of contact here. 62 to go. And now we once again send it deep into Bell, actually making some significant contact right there, and more contact on next to the corner. A vicious fight for the lead right now. The 20 now blocks us. He comes down low, blocks my line, takes my line away. Now we give him a bump here through 3 and 4. Give him a shot and into 1 and 2. The 20's going to go sliding. There goes Christopher Bell. He's wrecking. Oh, he saved it. What a save by Christopher Bell. He almost wrecked. He couldn't handle my push, and we take the lead back here at Bristol as the 20 just gets loose right in front of us. We get around him on the outside and are now leading here at Bristol with 60 laps to go. And now a caution has come out, leading us to a restart here with 37 to go, and we ran into Corey LaJoy and when we were in lap traffic, which damaged us and made us super slow in this restart. That's why we just lost so many spots off the start. We restarted in, the front row, but just got passed by Hamlin, Bell, and Bowman just like that. Now we get back around Bowman for third, but a horrible restart for us because of that caution and how poor the timing was of that incident. That's cost us. So now we got to try to get back in our game here and catch back up to Bell and Denny Hamlin. The 11, of course, had to come from 22nd. We came from 21st. We both came from the back of the field at the start of this race. Denny looking for his third win this season. Of course, we have been so close and been denied by Bell and Hamlin so many times this season. But now 17 to go, we send it, get physical with the 20 Christopher Bell and take the race lead after getting around Hamlin and Priest to get back into second. We now get ahead of the 20 of Christopher Bell and take the lead with just 16 laps to go here at Bristol. Can we hang on to get our second ever win in the Cup Series? And now we move on to taking the white flag final lap presented by Credit One Bank here at Bristol. We are finally gonna make it happen here in Bristol. We are going to find our way into victory lane for the second time in our young career. Of course, backing up the Daytona 500 win. This is a legit one. This was a dominant performance. It's through 3 and 4 for the final time. We are going to win at Bristol and get our second career win. Finally, we get it done. Had the speed, finally executed here at Bristol. And now we're going to do a huge burnout to celebrate. We finally made it happen once again here in Bristol. These last couple of episodes we've had a lot of speed, but haven't quite had the finishes that we should have had. So Texas, that was an outlier. But, Homestead, Atlanta, you got to think those races. We were so close to victory lane. Atlanta had the lead on the white flag lap and then choked it to the Joe Gibbs cars, and then at Homestead we just couldn't quite catch Denny, and here at Bristol we finally get it done. We get the win by getting around Christopher Bell with 16 to go, dealing with lap traffic. Now we're going to do a Polish victory lap here, Alan Kowicki tribute, and we have returned to victory lane. So now we are a two-time winner this season, putting us tied for second on the playoff grid with Denny Hamlin, who's also a two-time winner, and we have now established ourselves as a contender here for this Cup Series playoffs for sure. As a two-time winner, I think we might be a contender for this championship, folks. Because we, of course, are still leading the point standings. We are the regular season points here. We now have 7 top 10s through 8 races, which is an incredible start to a career for Spire Motorsports here, as we have turned this team completely around from a perennial backmarker team to now a team winning multiple races, as we're burning it down big time here in Bristol down the front stretch. And now we're going to do a Matt Kenseth style burnout right up against the wall here and just full throttle, big burnout here. The Market Basket Machine is in victory lane and we are celebrating. And there we go, we cooked the engine. That's how intense we did this burnout. Oh, what a party it's been here. And now we see us in victory lane here, celebrating with the crew. And now we get the final race results. Myself, your winner, of course, Christopher Bell, your runner-up. Martin Truex comes home third. Brad Keselowski fourth. Ryan Blaney rounds out your top 5. Then Michael McDowell comes home in 6th place. Denny Hamlin 7th. Alex Bowman 8th. Eric Almirola 9th. And Joey Logano, the last car in the lead lap, rounds out your top 10 here for Bristol, as we got our second win of the season, getting a max points day, winning both stages and winning the race. And then Austin Dillon, Harvick, Reddick, Larson inside the top 15. Buescher there in 15th. You see Chase Elliott down in 20th. See, just a struggle for some of the big names down here. You see Ross Chastain ends up way down in 21st. Daniel Suarez 24th. Then really struggling Harrison Burton 12 laps down 39th. Good riddance, he deserved it. And Ryan Preece, he DNF'd after having one of the best cars, so you hate to see it for Ryan. And now we get the updated point standings. We now extend our points lead to 73 points over Denny Hamlin after an incredible performance, as we both have 2 wins. And Chase Elliott, Harvick, of course, the other winners. And Truex, Keselowski, Logano, Bell, Suarez, and Reddick remain top 10 in the point standings. Then you also have Ty Gibbs, Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, Michael McDowell, and Ross Chastain currently in the playoffs on points. The first 4 drivers out being Allmendinger, Haley, Dillon, and Buescher. Got Larson's found his way up to 23rd in points. He's trying to get back in contention now. You got Almirola still struggling down here. Byron and Kyle Busch, as we know, somehow aren't in this. But we remain and extend our points lead after our second career win here at Bristol. And now we're going to see the fastest lap of the race went to Tyler Reddick with a 16:61. He had a pretty fast car today, and we led the most laps. We led over half, led 64 of the 125 laps. A true dominating performance, and then we were the on-the-move driver, up from 21st to 1st, gaining 20 spots on the day. And the tough break can go to Ryan Priest, losing 22 spots, down from 18th to 40th on the grid. Now we head back to see the official playoff standings, and what else we have here is we get, of course, the payouts, the fans, all the good stuff. And Spire, we completed our incentive, get some more dough in the bank. And Harrison Burton is going to, like, insult me. Well, you know, whatever, bruh. I don't care. You're a bum, you know, because he's wrecked us so many times. We wrecked him so many times. This is a heated rivalry, so we know we're going after each other. Now, for the next incentive, we're going to go for 2 top 20s over the next 3 races at Richmond, Talladega, and Dover. Now it's time to arrange a contract option for next season. We already arranged one with RFK Racing, and now we are going to find our way into a contract available for next season that we are going to decide to put on the table for us to consider. We're gonna put as we get down to where it is here, we're looking through all the teams, deciding which one's best. We're gonna choose Richard Childress Racing. We're gonna put RCR on the as our second contract option here. As you can see, so some of these teams that got guys close to rivals, I don't want to risk it, so we're gonna put in RCR and RFK, so Chevy and a Ford team, to get contract options for next season, to see how that goes. RCR and RFK are 2 contract options to begin next season, as we're definitely looking for upgrades here. Upgrades in equipment, big time. It means more results. Now look at the rivals. We've added another new rival. Now the 48 of Bowman is a rival, as well as Harrison Burton, Suarez, and Stenhouse. Now we have 4 rivals. We have a lot of guys mad and upset at us. We only have a very few annoyed at us, and a majority of the field is just neutral. They don't like us, they don't hate us, they're just like, I'm there. You know, that's what most of these guys think. Then we get to the guys we started to make good acquaintances with. Michael McDowell's polite, you know, all these nice guys. We got 3 friends now. Jimmy Johnson, Austin Hill, and Corey LaJoy. Those are my homies right there. You know, my teammate, the 7-time champ, and the young Austin Hill. So we got 3 friends, 4 rivals, so we're about even. And now we looked up their playoff grid. Of course, Harvick, of course, still at the top, 3 wins. He's dominating the season right now. Then we have 2 wins, as well as Denny Hamlin, as we are making our charge for the top seed. And then Chase Elliott got his 1 win. And then points, as we saw earlier, you have the Truex, Keselowski, Logano, Christopher Bell. You have all the rest of the Gibbs cars and the RFK cars. Well, one of the RFK cars. Buscher's out right now. Then you got both Trackhouse cars are in, Suarez and Chastain. You got both 2311 cars in of Reddick and Bubba. You got Bowman in, you got Blaney in, you got McDowell in. And you got Allmendinger out by 10, Haley out by 10, Dillon out by 11, Buscher and Harrison Burton each out by 17. So until next episode, I hope you all have a good one.